Hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the recent news that's been going on through the Artist Alley community and beyond. Now, I was not able to get into DragonCon. I didn't have the time or the resources to be able to. But I have many friends that have gone there, and I've seen a lot of news that has happened from there, and I think that news of what happened is actually spreading to other conventions, and that's what I'm talking about today. To start off with, the beginning of this is obviously with the information of an AI artist getting kicked out of DragonCon with security to get out of the convention because they have a very strict no AI policy going on in their convention. Now, not only were there artists there that were kicked out that weren't well known because they were just generated, but there was also artists that have been blacklisted because of the art that they did not only at DragonCon but NYC Comic-Con with their use of Disney's Lorcana artwork in generative AI, and there was news of them getting kicked out and blacklisted of being an artist for Lorcana with Disney and Ravensburger. This is very interesting, especially since recently there was I think the most recent news on it was that he actually gave his explanation on it, but there was a lot of situations where there didn't seem to be a very good vibe with this artist, James C. Mulligan. I'm just going off of hearsay, I don't know for a fact. James C. Mulligan did make a post on, I believe, Facebook that I saw on the Lorcana Reddit before recording this, and it is kind of interesting. He made a good joke about him becoming famous and how him using AI is unfounded and so on. I'll put the post here for a lot more of that because I'm not wanting to directly talk about the generative stuff, but I'm wanting to talk about something else. The wave that is coming for conventions. I talked about this in one of my other videos, but James C. Mulligan says that he does not use AI. I'm not completely certain. It seems like he does. I can't say for certain, but as an artist who has dealt with people using generative images, it looks very similar, and he also has some bad faith stuff. You can check out more about that by the artist Inkwell on their point of view, and as a Lorcana artist, they'll be the best bet for that. What I want to talk about again is the backlash and the wave against AI that most conventions are now going for. It's very interesting because after DragonCon, it seems that there are multitude of conventions that are trying to make it abundantly clear that they do not allow AI art to be in their spaces. And I talked about this on one of my shorts and just seeing what other people think, but it seems that this is a trend not just for DragonCon, but there was news of GalaxyCon doing it shortly after the backlash happened for DragonCon. But also, for me, I got an email from FanX Salt Lake City. Now, I'm going to put it up here, but this is awesome because they say that said due to recent events and evolving conversations around AI generated art, they say art, I want to say images, in the creative community, we are making an important update to our policies. We are asking that you do not bring or sell any AI generated artwork or merchandise at FanX, which is insane. Also bringing, which is crazy, but we know that this may not be a consideration when you applied and confirmed your space, and they go through and be like, hey, flat out no to the aspects of using generative images into the spaces. And I think this is a good trend for conventions. This is going to be an even safer space for artists like myself that do conventions. It's crazy to think it's been 3 years since the trend of generative images got pushed onto us, and now it's going forward from there. So I think that with GalaxyCon, FanX, and DragonCon pushing for this to not be in the space of convention artists, whether they have pop art, separate areas for different artists, or traditional artists, or their own IP artists, I think this is the best bet for conventions going forward, because it will help make it so that artists have a safe space to actually sell their art without being overcompensated by generative images where the person doesn't even do the work that they say they're doing. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think this is going to be interesting. I am hopeful for it. This is what I've been hoping for a very long time. And with the news of more and more companies, not just artists, going up against Midjourney and other generative image programs, it seems like there might be a bubble that's going to burst. And that's just my guess, my hypothesis. I'm not super certain. I'm just an artist here on YouTube. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, oh well, but I hope you guys liked and subscribed. And comment what you guys think is going to be the future of conventions, especially with the news of DragonCon and so on. I think it's going to be interesting. So, yeah. Thank you. Bye.